Chief Kelly will be leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can I get it set up real quick?
Yeah, we turn it down. I'm good?
There you go. And you want her to- she needs to go right over.
So up there?
Yep.
Okay.
You're good.
It is now 7:00, and I'm going to call the meeting to order. Mayor Springer, I'm going to call the meeting to order. It's September 18th, 2024, and the council meeting is now called to order. Clerk, or will you please take roll call?
Yes. Councilmember Skinner,
Present.
Councilmember Wynn,
Here.
Councilmember Spargo,
Here.
Councilmember Colette. Councilmember Colette did say that he may be late, but he would be attending as soon as possible. Councilmember Darcy. Here. I would like to make a request of all people speaking tonight, because it is very difficult for those remote, and it's also very difficult for anybody listening to the recording post this meeting. And that is, if you do have a comment, or if you are making a motion or seconding a motion, please state your name clearly. It is really difficult to hear when you're listening to the recording. So I thank you in advance.
So, approval of agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda for tonight's meeting?
So moved.
Is there a second?
So that was moved by Skinner and seconded by Darcy.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Public comments. I will now open the floor for public comment for agenda items only. Please state your name and address. Comments are to address the council body, not one individual or city staff. This is not a question and answer time. The council cannot engage with the public. We ask that your comments be respectful. Your time will be limited to 3 minutes. Are there any comments at this time? Hearing none, we're moving on to consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
That was Councilmember Darcy.
Councilman Wynn, I second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor of approving the agendas, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. We're moving on to committee report. Auditing committee.
Sorry, did I miss you?
Auditing committee.
Oh, looked over the vouchers, went through them today, and I think so did Councilman Darcy,
Yes, I did.
and everything checks out.
Moving on to parks.
Mr. Wood, do you have anything? Nothing except I did take a walk around the community garden and checked out the work to do there. There is quite a lot. So I look forward to when we meet, having a discussion about what we're gonna do with that.
I can add a little bit to it. We haven't got a monthly meeting established yet. I would like to. But the Olympic Terrace Park, there is some work in progress. I need to meet with Mr. Wynn and start discussing some things. And hopefully this month we can work on the next step of the Olympic Terrace Park project. That's it. That's all I have.
Okay. Public works.
I would be like, we got the dangerous tree up at Macrenco Park was taken down, all cleaned up, and would deliver to the Lions Park. So that got handled.
Councilman Spargo, anything to add to that?
Bonnell Tree Technicians came in and did a professional job up there. It looks amazing. Wasn't even there to start with. We established a monthly meeting for the Public Works where we will be able to meet together with the crew, and then down at City Hall monthly. They are proactively working on drains, beaver dams, some other things around town. So they're trying to get ahead of the rains. And thank you guys for everything you've done for the festival in the park. I know that wasn't easy to stop what you're doing and get down there and work and move things around. So that's all I have there.
Okay. City official reports. We'll start with Clerk Barr.
Thank you. I have a brief report today. Just wanted to inform people that the state audit has started. This will be auditing all records between January 1st of 2022 and December 31st of 2023. We had our first meeting last week. It was a virtual meeting. It went well. I met with Colleen Williams, who will be our audit lead. She has provided me with a list of items that she needs, and we'll be working together, meeting weekly, to communicate on if she has everything that she needs and any questions she may have. Also, as a reminder, beginning in October, council meetings go to 2 a month. So it'll be the first Wednesday and the third Wednesday. And the first meeting will be primarily dedicated to budgets because that process is underway as well.
Chief Lehman isn't here this evening. Is anyone reporting on behalf of Chief Lehman? Chief Green?
Yes, ma'am, I certainly can. Gail Green with the Acme Police Department. Thanks for having me. So far this year, we've responded to 73 calls here in the city of Causey since May 1st, which works out to about 0.59 a day. So that's not all too often. As we talked about before, the contract the ILA comes to an end on Halloween. So if this is something that you are all still interested in, we'd certainly be open to talking about that. And if you're able to bring back Chief Lehman for more hours and you need to reduce our hours, that's certainly something we can entertain as well too. Just let me know. With you having 2 meetings next month, that'll make it easy for us with the city of Aberdeen having 2 meetings. We can try to figure out a way to coordinate that and get those agreements signed as well. As an agency, your police department has handled 174 calls in the last month. Of those 174, 75 are traffic stops by Officer Bailey. So he's doing a very good job of slowing people down as they come through your city.
Yes, I will also speak on a few points that was brought up on Chief Lehman's report. He said Officer Bailey has been very busy working on multiple search warrants pertaining to 2 different felony investigations. Several of the warrants have been served already, with more being done regarding this case. With the finishing of these search warrants, we have successfully closed out the 2 burglaries that happened in our community, and 4 different suspects have been identified. 1 adult male, adult female, and 2 juvenile males. Charges have been submitted via Grace Harbor County Prosecutor's offices. Staffing changes. Reserve Officer Adam Johnson accepted a new position with the City of Ocean Shores as a Reserve Police Officer. I want to publicly thank Adam for his 10+ years of volunteer service to our community and wish him the best of luck in his new endeavors. Thank you very much, Adam. A fraud alert. No real business or government agency will ever tell you to buy a gift card and pay them. Always keep a copy of your gift card from the store receipt. Gift card scams start with a call, text, email, or social media message. Police department voicemail. Please do not report incidents to the police department on voicemail. We do not have a full-time police clerk, and officers may be on traffic calls or vacations during the day. So please call the non-emergency dispatch phone number at 360-533-8765 to report non-emergency police matters, and an officer will be dispatched. If it is an emergency, please call 911. Respectfully submitted, Chief Lehman.
Thank you. And thank you, Chief Green, for the update. We appreciate the service that you have provided and looking forward to continued partnership in the future. Chief Valley,
Good evening. I want to start off by thanking everybody who came out to the pancake feeding festival in the park. I know the firefighters had a great time and really appreciated the community support coming out and having pancakes, and just a lot of good conversations and a good time had. On Monday, I issued a press release redacting our burn ban that was put in place earlier this year. So we're going back to how our ordinance is written, which is standard rule burn. It's still illegal to slash burn in the city limits. It's only recreational burning, so there is more information in that press release as well. So that went into effect yesterday at midnight. We did receive notice from the state about 2 weeks ago that in 2025, we will be rated on our rating for the city. So this is a community fire rating that's conducted every 5 years. It analyzes every aspect of the fire department, training programs, personnel, staffing models, equipment, everything that's with the fire department. It also analyzes the 911 system, how they're processing calls, how we're getting dispatched to calls, analyzing, making sure that that's all done accurately and efficiently. And it also analyzes the city's water supply system and how we're moving waters, how our hydrants are, and how they're maintained and everything along that. So that we're anticipating is going to happen mid-year next year. I do have a webinar scheduled with them next week on how to prepare for this and how to understand what all they're going to be looking for. At the last meeting, we approved an EMS amendment to our EMS agreement with the city of Aberdeen. We did get that back from them earlier this week or last week, earlier this week. It was approved by their council as well. So right now, Chris, Carrie, and I have been working very hard on trying to get this EMS fund and a resolution drafted in order to create the EMS fund. We really were hoping to have it prepared for tonight, and we've been going back and forth with MRSC. I shouldn't say we, Chris has been going back and forth with MRSC and has been
Well,
doing.
we have. I mean, you've been feeding me questions to ask them, which are good questions, so I'm making sure I'm asking the correct questions. So,
We've been doing a lot of legwork on that, making sure that we're doing this correctly and legally, every step. So, we're at the end of my report. Any
Okay.
questions?
and our attorney, Chris Coco, is with us this evening. Chris, is there anything that you'd like to add?
just following up with what Nick said, we've been kind of going back and forth on that. Been pretty stable, quiet, as far as I can tell, which is good. And, other than that, I don't have anything to add. So,
Thank you. Building inspector, official Bill Cedar.
With the addition of the Board of Adjustment now, that we have a full board, we have 2 hearings that are scheduled for next Wednesday at 6 o'clock. We'll be moving forward with those 2 variance hearings. And then I have another one that I was under the impression that they were gonna drop it, and then I drove by their house today and noticed the fence was up. So I called him and asked him about it, and so I told him, well, we're gonna still have to have that variance hearing, so I'll be scheduling another one coming up probably sometime next month for that. Other than that, continuing to issue permits, various different, mostly re-roofs and things. Keep busy.
You are keeping it. And we have public work, Tom and Jennifer here with us this evening. And Jennifer, will you be giving a report then this evening?
Since the last meeting, we had only 2 water leaks. They've been repaired already. We're working on storm drain maintenance and clean out. There's a lot of leaves and yard waste covering up the drains, so we're working on that. We're trying to, like you said, stay ahead of the rain. There's 5 beaver dams that we've removed. We're checking the water regularly to see if they're rebuilding. Well, one we have to finish tomorrow. It was really bad. Working on that. The paths in Macarinkle Park maintenance started last week. There was another tree, a different one, that was hanging over a path, so we got that done and out of the way. And Mill Creek Park by the tennis courts, we spent 2 days cutting and disposing of a tree up there, parts of a tree, and finished it up today, so.
Thank you. We appreciate the report. So that brings me to my report today. So all of you, if you're not, Cosmo, there was a press release that was in the Daily World. We provided copies of it from the EPA that is back on the table. So it's just important to know that Cosmo is not involved with the EPA and the citizen that owns the mill, Mr. Bassett. The EPA is working with the owner of the mill and will be dealing with any issues there and keep us informed of what is happening. Is there anything else, Carrie, that you'd like to add to this?
Just that EPA is on site. They will be working through a plan with the owners on exactly how to proceed going forward. The city's role in this is nothing. We're just getting information, really is all that's happening on our end. So they will inform us as needed. And if we need to report out anything, we will, but like 9 chances out of 10, it will come from EPA and Ecology directly, not from us.
And we hope to have a meeting next month with EPA here to give the citizens of Cosmopolis an update on the mill at that time. And with that said, let's see, and we do have, I'm sorry, emergency management, Hannah Cleverly with emergency management. She's here this evening and she's online. And Hannah, is there anything else that you would like to add to that conversation this evening?
How do I open her?
No, ma'am, you got it. You pretty much hit the nail on the head. So, thanks so much.
Just a little bit about that. We did learn about it about a week ago. We attended a meeting with emergency management, ecology, and EPA, and just was filled in on what was happening over there and those agencies' involvement in that, just to keep us aware. If there's any concerns, that we will be notified. Next is stormwater readiness, and Jennifer touched on it, and Justin. We really are trying to stay ahead of everything that's happening in the community. And with that said, some of the things we're looking at is the stormwater drainage there, the dams, and it sounds like Public Works is all over it and doing a great job. And then the Mill Creek Dam, we've been doing a lot of research on that. The dam is due right now, not right now, but within the next week or so. We are going to have an inspection. It's a 5-year inspection. The dam was completed in 2019. They should have had an inspection at the time, but because it was a brand new dam, that was explained to me, they did not do that. Now we have, we are due for that 5-year inspection. We are working with Craig Jordan. He will be coming out and working with our public work crew and our new public work to train them on all aspects of the dam, the process of the operation, and we'll be keeping a close eye on that and any potential problems at this time. I've been up there a few times just looking at everything. I'm not a dam expert. You know, we will be leaving that to the engineer that will be coming out here and walking through the processes and operation of that dam with Tom and our new public works, so everybody knows the function and how to operate that dam and what we need to be looking at to be very proactive. I think, the other thing, there is an annual inspection that has to be done. It's not a monthly inspection. It's an annual inspection that is due once a year, and the self-inspection that will be done by Public Works, and they will go through all the training on that, and then we will be sending that in probably in December. That was done last year by previous Public Work, and that was like December 21st. So we'll just stay on track with that reporting schedule and make sure that we're not missing anything important with that. We are also going to meet with Aberdeen regarding the gates at the levee, and just looking at that, is there anything we need to know, anything what we need to be aware of? As I said, we are trying to be very proactive, getting ahead of any problems. As I said, Public Works has been all over that. We are going to have a drain clean out, and Jennifer has been putting together some information on the different drains. Is that correct, or have you? Yeah, she will be starting a spreadsheet on that, so we can track the drains that we're working on, potential problem with any drains, so very proactive with that. We had a public work new hire, we did interview for candidates September 11th. We had a number of applicants. I think we had 12 applicants, we narrowed it down to 6, and we did select one. The interview took place on September 11th at the fire hall. We will introduce the new hire at the next meeting. The reason he isn't here this evening is we wanted to be courteous and make sure that the other candidates got their letters thanking them for applying for the position before we announce who did get the position. So you'll have the opportunity to meet this individual at our next council meeting. Mill Creek Park update. Again, thank you to Public Works. They've been working with our contract. And the tennis courts are almost done up there. They'll be working on the parking. The contractor will be working on the parking and the basketball court up there. Public Works again is working with them on that and fixing the fencing up there. The tennis court is locked up. It has all new paint on it. It's all been resurfaced. We have to make sure that we're not having bicycles or roller skates or anybody in there that is going to damage that. And it will be open during the day, but it will be locked up pretty tight when the evening comes. And then they will be moving from that and be replacing the cement stairs that are going down. We also will be sending out RFPs for a new roof on the gazebo, and then also a roof on the bathroom by the tennis courts and redoing the bathrooms up there. And then moving on from there, there'll be trail cleanup. And so we're making progress on that and staying within the grant guidelines and within the grant amount that we were awarded. Report on the municipal building update. As you know, we had a closure on September 10th and 11th. We were all still working. We were working from home, and then September 11th, we were in the fire hall doing interviews. And those were posted. The closure was posted at City Hall, the post office, and on our city Facebook and web page. We do anticipate there will be more closures in the future. I want to commend my staff for working through the pounding, the dust, everything that is happening on a daily basis there. It's quite interesting. When they did come back to work on that Thursday, the power had all been cut. Internet was down. It took them about an hour and a half to get everything connected and phone lines working again. I don't think people realize that all of that is connected, and when it goes down, it does take some time to get things connected. So those individuals who was calling City Hall and couldn't leave a message, that was because nothing was working at that time. Let's see. Festival in the Park was a great success. That was held on September 8th. We had 29 vendors. We had music throughout the day, 3 local music groups. Again, the Fireman Fundraiser Breakfast, the Lions Club allowed the fire department to use their kitchen facilities. It was a great breakfast. I enjoyed it, and it was packed. There were people there nonstop until they kind of closed up. Again, it was successful. I want to say thank you to the Lions Club. They sponsored the bouncy houses for the event. There were 3 bouncy houses through the company Bounce. It really was a very successful event. Library services will continue. The library, Anywhere Library will be taking place on September 26th again. I want to encourage people to attend that. As the weather turned, I was told that the Anywhere Library will be moving down to the Cosmopolis School. We hope to move them into the community room that will be at City Hall once the building is completed. Again, anytime story time, it's Wednesday from 2 to 3. If you have little ones at home or you know of anyone, that's a fun and really good event to take. And all of that will be ending in October. I think that's it for my report. Is there any new business that I'm unaware of? That's fine. Hearing none, so at this time, we're moving on to council comments. So I'd like to open the floor to council comments.
I'll start. Councilman Skinner. A couple of questions. Do we have a hydrant flushing program? Is it something we do with our hydrants?
Not in the fire department, I don't know where we're at.
Public Works does it, but we just, with no manpower, we haven't had a
Understood.
chance to get there, but yes, we do it once a year, yeah.
Once a year, that's something that we try to get done?
Yeah.
Understood, Tom. I'm not.
No,
Yeah.
just,
And then for Public Works, one deal. The intersection of D and Second Street right here on the opposite side of the police or fire department, southwest corner, that holds mud off of that ramp of that intersection right there, or a sidewalk. There is a 2-foot, 3-foot place of, right now, of dirt around that corner. And when it gets really rainy and wet, boy, that is a real slippery one right there. And I know you got umpteen things going on. And I don't know if it's a homeowner's responsibility to clean that one or if it is ours. But if it could get on the list and in the next few weeks, maybe clean that one out a little bit, that would be appreciated.
Okay, we'll look at it.
Thank you.
Any other comments from council at this time?
No councilman with no comments for me.
Councilman Spargo, with all the talk about drains and everything, if you see something, it's definitely better to be proactive. You know, if you can't, don't just stuff it down the drain itself. Try to, get some gloves, get your hands in there and throw it off to the side. I'd rather have it on the right of way in the grass than in our drains, clogging our streets, causing flooding. That's all I have.
And I'd like to add to that, one of the things we'd like to be very proactive and in asking citizens, if you see the leaves are coming down, if you see a drain starting to plug in front of your home, we are shorthanded. As I said, we will have another public work, but it'll take time to get everything up to speed. Please help our public work out, go out, clean up those drains.
I'd like to add, if you're not able to, this is Councilman Spargo, please email Councilman 3 at Cosmopolis, and I'll happily come by and help assist cleaning out drains if you're not able to.
Thank you. Any other comments this evening from council?
Yes, Councilman Collette, I'd like to apologize to everyone present for my being late. Got jammed up with overtime at work. So again, I want to apologize.
Thank you for being.
Councilmember Darcy, nothing at this moment. You guys pretty much covered it.
Thank you. Any public comments at this time? Again, remember, state your name, your address. You will have 3 minutes and please keep your comment respectful. I know that's
Park,
not the issue.
305, excuse me, D Street. I guess it's not a question, it's more, do we know on Cosmo, it sounds like they turned the power off. So is there any alarm stuff that can go off if there's a fire? Is there anything over there with the power off that we would be notified by, or our fire department,
I'd
or?
be happy to talk with you.
It's just a concern that with no power, and if there is none, then, you know, the PUD does work for our community. That I think on some of that, they should be keeping some of that on for the safety of our town.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you for your comment. We, again, will have a briefing up, and I think what we would like to do, what I hope to do is have, at our next meeting that will be early October, will be a time designated for any questions such as that, to address that. And as Nick said, he's happy to meet with you and discuss that.
No, that's great. Just should be a concern for everybody.
Yes. Any other questions? Okay, so hearing none, is there a motion to adjourn?
Councilmember Spargo, motions to adjourn.
Second, from Councilman Skinner.
There'll be no other business for this meeting. I adjourn this meeting. Thank you for coming.
30 minutes.
Yeah.